When I slapped my husband's mistress, he shattered my leg. He locked me in the basement to reflect. Can you believe I nearly died the night I caught my husband cheating? He didn't just break my heart, he snapped my leg, then threw me into a dark, freezing basement to reflect. But what he didn't know, what he couldn't possibly know, was that I had a father. And that night, shaking in that cold, damp silence, I made one phone call and told him, "Dad, don't leave a single one of them alive." It was our third wedding anniversary, you know? I'd cut my New York Fashion Week trip short, desperate to surprise Ethan. I walked into our ridiculously opulent Greenwich mansion, the sharp click of my stilettos echoing like a death knell on the imported Italian marble. My heart immediately sank. There, right in the living room, were women's stockings and lingerie, strewn across the floor, leading like a breadcrumb trail straight up to our master bedroom on the second floor. A cold sweat broke out on my palms. My heart pounded so hard I thought it would burst. But I was so stupid, so desperately clinging to hope. Maybe the housekeeper was just cleaning? That sliver of hope didn't last. It shattered the moment I heard familiar moans spilling from our bedroom. Then, Chloe's voice, sickly sweet, like venom wrapped in sugar. "Ethan, what if your wife comes back early?" And Ethan, my husband, he grunted, his breathing heavy with an excitement I'd never, ever heard from him before. "Don't worry," he slurred. "She's in New York. She won't be back until tomorrow." Then, the words that would haunt me, that would change everything. And so what if she does? That broke designer. I'm the one who pays for everything anyway. I stood outside that door, my entire body trembling. Chloe Vance, my best friend from college, was in my bed with my husband. 3 years. 3 years I'd poured my heart and soul into building our life, our family, reduced to him calling me a broke designer, a freeloader. The last thread of my sanity snapped. I kicked the door open. The horrific sight of two pale bodies, tangled together, burned into my eyes. Ethan scrambled off Chloe like a frightened cockroach. Chloe screamed, pulling the sheets over herself, but oh, that provocative smirk lingered on her face. "Sophia, listen to me," Ethan started, trying to make excuses. "This is all a misunderstanding." "Shut up." I swung my hand, unleashing every ounce of rage and betrayal I felt, right across her face. Chloe's head snapped to the side. Her perfectly sculpted nose? Now crooked. Blood trickled from the corner of her mouth. "Sophia, are you crazy?" Ethan roared, leaping from the bed. He punched me hard in the stomach. The pain buckled my knees, but I forced my head up, glaring at him through blurry tears. "Ethan, how could you do this to me?" "How could I?" he sneered. "You deserve this." He grabbed my hair, dragging me towards the grand staircase. "Who the hell do you think you are? Marrying into my family was the greatest honor of your life, you pathetic designer. How dare you hit Chloe? Her father is the CEO of Vance Industries." Even through the searing pain of my scalp being torn, a bitter laugh escaped my lips. "So that's it? You cheated because her family has more money than mine? Have you forgotten who stood by you when you started your company from scratch? Shut your mouth." He shoved me in a fit of rage. I lost my balance. Time seemed to slow as I tumbled down the stairs, one agonizing step after another. What happened next? Wadic full story attached below.